YouTube learning is amazing now, right? You can basically learn anything from an array of experts in all different styles, just serving up content to you just non-stop for free on YouTube. It's amazing. However, there is a catch, and the catch is that when you're diving into all this, it becomes very comfortable. We're learning all the time. We're seeing people doing things and we're going, oh yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, I'll remember that. Or I'll note that down if you're good and you take notes. But the problem is, it's like a never-ending syllabus, because really what happens is we end up becoming too cozy in that scenario of letting someone tell us what to do. And we don't ever seem to be able to get our way out of this rabbit hole of tutorials. It's fun. We watch some great people doing some cool stuff. We think that we're taking it all in, and we are taking it all in, but you know, say you're watching someone, creator A, and creator A has taught you, you know, 1/3 of everything that you need to know about filming people, but then you get to the point where you're saying he's not going over that bit. So then you start looking again and you find creator B, and then B is great, he's telling you that next bit, but he's missed out a couple of bits there, and also the way that he does it is slightly different from A, and so that means if I do that and then that, oh wait, there's C, he kind of does a more general thing, let's follow, and before you know it, you're just lost in a fucking warren of nonsense, right? I think that this is a real issue, because what we are doing here is becoming like experts at learning, or experts at finding new tutorials, as opposed to experts at our craft. I'll give you an example, right? So it's Tuesday today, so last Thursday I was on a train down to London, and I was going to shoot a client project. It's the biggest client I've ever worked with, I think, directly. And we were going there to create basically an ad campaign for their product. And it was just me in terms of the creative team. It was just me and the client, and we had a gold medalist athlete who were going to be filming in a variety of locations. And one of the locations was in a gym. And when I was on the train, I was doing some work on my computer, and then I'd finished my work, and I thought, right, is there anything else I need to do here for this job? Right, I'm shooting in a gym. I haven't shot in a gym for a while. I've done it once before, but there's a different style here. I'm probably going to be lighting things very, like, you know, I'm not going to have lights set up everywhere, but I could have the light wand. So maybe I should watch a couple of tutorials just to like, just refresh my memory of, you know, how I should do this. And then I thought, no. You know how to do this, right? You know it, you've done it before, and you've watched the fucking tutorials before as well. You know what to do. Just go there, be alert and awake and ready and like willing and raring to go, full of energy and clear-headed, and your brain will tell you what it is that you need to do. You don't have to worry about it. So that was my stomach rumbling. That is precisely what I did, and it worked really well. It was good, it went well, and I realized when I was there, I was like, yeah, I didn't need to watch fucking Peter McKinnon doing this. I know how to do this. I've been doing this for years. But the point is, even I, after all these years and all this experience, I still fall into that trap. And I think it's kind of just like, it's a trap. It's like we're looking for permission to move forward from tutorials. And we need to, at some point, like test what it is that we know. And when we test what we know, it turns out that if we usually do know it, and if we don't, then guess what? You learn how to do it on the job. And when you learn how to do something on the job, as opposed to sitting at your desk or looking at your phone on the bus, you learn it proper. There's probably people who've got like degrees and they've done a lot of study in their life watching this, thinking, yeah, that's just learning, Ross. Like, as you may have gathered, I haven't done much academic learning in my life. I'm a self-taught person through and through. I have seen guaranteed more tutorials than you have, whoever you are, on this particular subject. But I'm now realizing that it's a bit of a crutch. So instead of just leaning into all that, what do we do instead? Instead of learning, how do we practice what we know and how do we get better? Well, You're probably going to say, here he goes again with this, but this is what I always tell people, and that is make something about someone, about a person. Find a person, say to them, listen, I would like to practice my all-in-all documentary film interview style practices. Please can I have some of your time to make a short film about you? And in that, I'll sit you down, I'll light you to make you really good, we'll do an interview, I'll record it all on 1 or 2 cameras, I'll light it nicely, we'll put you in a nice composition and frame, I'll shoot some B-roll of what it is that you're doing. Now, I know a lot of artists, so I always end up reverting back to artists, but it could be anyone. It could be anyone who does a kind of craft, if they're a baker or, you know, a candlestick maker. Is that a job? Obviously it's a job, someone's got to make candlesticks. But whatever it is, pick that person, find that person, and just say to them, listen, it'll showcase your work, it'll showcase you as an artist or as a creative person, and best of both worlds. So instead of sitting there Googling how to do 3-point lighting, just go and 3-point light someone or 2-point light someone, or just stick one big light on and a bounce, or just use natural light, stick them next to the window. But the point is, you're never going to learn how to do that until you actually do it in real life, because you don't know until you try, until you practice it. And when you arrange to meet someone and you sit down and you're making a film about them, that gives you accountability. It puts pressure on you, and it gives it a bit more purpose. You know, it gives it the whole thing, it makes it a real thing. And when you've got that pressure on you, you learn then how to light under pressure. See now, I am very relaxed when it comes to work. Like when I'm at work, I have a thing with it. I never want to be stressed at work, because I chose this career in order to not be stressed at work. And I hate working with people who are stressful and who get stressed out and start, So whenever anyone works with me, I always want the impression that I give to be that this guy is unshakable. He's very confident in what he does, and the only reason that I am that confident and that relaxed is because I've done it loads of times, and because I've put myself out there, and I now trust that I will be able to work it out when I'm on set. And touch wood, it usually works. It doesn't always work. But the point is, when it didn't work, I learned a lesson. So, yeah, I'm not going to ramble on about this anymore. Keep your YouTube tutorials and your, gear reviews and all that. It's all nice stuff, but it's verging on entertainment a lot of time as opposed to education. I'm assuming that you've seen a few tutorials, so you probably know enough to get started. And I guarantee you'll learn much more just by actually doing it. And if you want a more focused approach to your learning, then funnily enough, I've created a little masterclass which talks you through start to finish, from no client to finished film, handing over to a happy client and putting a nice thing on your show reel. It's really in depth, it's really detailed. I've spent ages making it. It's been quite challenging, and I really hope that it's a useful learning resource for you, and a bit more of a focused approach. And my whole course and my whole ethos is all about teaching you the bare minimum, like the essentials that you need to start, because you can still learn all the other stuff and you can still watch all the tutorials and all that afterwards, but you can start working and start learning on the job once you know this stuff. That's what I'm all about, that's what I teach. If you want to know more about that masterclass, the link is below, and the course is coming soon as well. If you put your name down for the masterclass, then I'll harass you when the course is here too. Anyway, you probably wonder why I'm so warmly dressed. It's October, but I am based in the basement of the studio, and it is really cold because the boiler broke. Big flood, nightmare. Anyway, thanks for listening, and just stop watching YouTube and get out and film something.